What's going on, Capricorn? And welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and I hope you're having a fantastic week so far. So for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Look at that, I'm even ringing the sirens for you. Your support really is just the greatest, Capricorn, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy Higher Self has brought you here. We are in for an amazing journey. So guess what time it is, Cap? It's your general energy weekly spread. And I'm just letting everybody know I don't really have any kind of rhyme or reason for these intros, so that was pretty tame, but they're going to get more ridiculous as they go along, so just brace yourself there, Cap. But whenever you happen to come across this video, there may be messages here for you, Capricorn. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one, so take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me, and never force a reading on a situation, okay? So with all that being said, let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. Gems, feeling lovely. Just great energy all around here, Cap. Now with this spread, we're just going with the flow. I'm going to be pulling a few oracle cards, and I'll be getting some tarot to get some details on this. But just so you're all aware, just so you're all aware, these readings that I do, I'm getting it together, Cap. They're not gender-specific readings, so apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situations, okay? And then the decks that I'm working with, I've included links for them down in the description box below, so definitely check that out if you're curious there, Cap. Oh, look at you, Phoenix Rising. All right. You've got the 9th card of Scorpios here coming out the box strong, which is, what is this? Phoenix card. I thought it was a transformation card. Duh. But with this is a card of transformation, eternal soul, renew, resurrection, rebirth, destroy, rising from the ashes, emerge, new era, alchemy, transmutation, ascension. The end is just the beginning. Capricorn. That's what I'm talking about. If we're going through this ascension right now, I'm peace and blessings, and I'm with it. And you know, because who knows how this might be feeling. If it's been feeling like a lot, you know, because with change, sometimes that can be a lot depending on what it is that we're going through. You know, like if we're coming out from an old relationship, or maybe we're going into something new, or maybe we've left a job, or maybe we're starting up something new. But whatever this is, you know, look at it as a growth, as a new era, because let me tell you what. Just thinking because Pluto rules as one of Scorpio's rulers, and Pluto's going to be moving into your sign. Oh my goodness, it's on the 11th of June, or excuse me, the 12th of June is when that's going to be going down, when Pluto will be retrograde in your sign for like the rest of the year. So if we're not going through an ascension right now, which I feel like we're always transforming, Cap, but this I feel like is great energy for you to like take like a tower moment, take like a judgment card, and invoke your own type of change. You know, rise from your ashes, reflect on everything that has happened up until now. See what areas you want to become renewed from, and then start getting a game plan towards that growth. This is great energy to be thinking about this stuff, Capricorn. What does the highest vibrational you look like? You know, what is this grand Phoenix? What type of energy are they bringing? You know, what change? Because I love that, because any kind of ending at the same time that something is ending, something is simultaneously beginning. And we have been going through, I mean, we're getting ready to go through, speaking of Scorpio, we have a full moon lunar eclipse on the 5th of May. So there's going to be, and settle in, Capricorn, for that one. I had talked about that on the planetary energy spread, which I think I'm going to change the title of that. Just a little sidebar. I was telling Aquarius. Aquarius is the one that sparked that. But it could potentially be an intense time if we don't have eyes on areas that we need to grow from. You know, if we see things that are holding us back, whether this could be a number, whatever vices that we may have, to maybe even like a situation, maybe like if we're feeling like our work is keeping us restricted. And this is not, if that's the case, it's not me saying necessarily quit your job, but if you're not getting that if you're feeling restricted, how can we grow from that? And if they can't provide that growth, then it might be time to put out a resume, kind of get some feelers. You've gotten every little nugget that you can out of there. So that's just another thing. Relationships, you know, all of these big questions. But let's get some tarot on this, and yeah, get some more details, Cap. I love it, absolutely, Four of Wands, because you're getting ready, because that's all the Phoenix is. It's like we're getting to a completion, and this is a time to celebrate growth and growth and ascension. Those are things, absolutely. Hold on, let me show you this card here. Oh yeah, all right. Let me show you this card here. They're over the moon. They're ecstatic. They even set up a tent for you, Capricorn, because they know what's getting ready to go down is going to be epic. It's going to be amazing. This is this is Venus in Aries, and this is a great time too if we have any kind of passions that we want to pursue, whether that be hobbies, careers, side hustles, whatever. Embrace the stuff. Let's start thinking about some things we want to complete, because the Four of Wands is a card of completion. But let's see what else we got here. All right, King of Cups. Let's see. Oh, yeah, this is a great time for manifesting. And you know what? Just thinking, actually, I'm actually glad Mercury came up here. The Magician is Mercury. All this reflection, and even King of Cups, meditating and things, this is a great time for, I feel like, earth signs in particular, just with where Mercury's going to be retrograding in each of the earth signs. And when we think of Mercury, just like retrogrades in general, they're a great time for reflection. And when we just think about earth energy, this deals with all of the energies in this plane, you know, in this matrix, you know, how we manifest. And this is a great, I feel like Mercury's kind of like asking us to really get in touch with that earth energy, you know, because earth energy, when we think about like pentacles, they deal with like your manifestation, they deal with your finances, of course, they deal with your health, they can deal with your material resources. So this is, I feel like, the focus that Mercury wants us, because Mercury is how we think and how we communicate. This is what I feel like Mercury wants us to start thinking about some of this stuff, you know, start thinking about our health, you know, some of our taking care of this vessel, taking care of like our securities in life and things, and getting that balance, and whatever that's looking like for you. So really take this time and reflect, and don't ignore these signs, Capricorn. You know, if they're, yeah, I just feel like if we've been feeling just like really dissatisfied with life, just with this Four of Cups here, like if we're at a place where it's just like, nothing's like, you know, like this is a very apathetic card, you know, and it's just like, you know, you get to this place of just like where you're disillusioned by life, or it's lost its appeal. Because I tell you what, life is wonderful. And I know that may sound, you know, I got a bunch of Leo in my chart, and I can be a little overly optimistic sometimes. But what's there not to be over optimistic about when you look at everything that's around you? And if we haven't been feeling that way, then this Phoenix here, this might be saying, you know, then let's change something, Capricorn. Just if you've been feeling like life hasn't been giving you the cups that you want, if you're sick of these cups here and they keep stacking up, okay, let's clean them out. And what do you want to fill them with then? You got Four Cups sitting right there. And that's the beautiful thing about the Magician, because you have all the tools that you need. You can manifest whatever it is that you want. Better health, more material, you know, literally whatever. But we have to ask ourselves, what's got you thrown out of balance? What is it? You know, what can make this journey more exciting, you know, get you in a place where you feel like more in tune with the energies, where you feel more at peace in your energy, in the storm that is life. Because listen, the King of Cups, normally he's throned on an ocean, but this homie, he even ditched his throne. He just popped the squat right in there. It was just like, when you think about life in the ocean, let's stay with me here. When we think about the ocean, where the King of Cups is throned, you know, that's life. There's a lot that's going down in the ocean, and we have to figure out how to stay calm in all of that, how to find our vibration in that resonance, you know, in that energy, and manifest our dreams here. So don't just sit there feeling like, you know, that like life, if you know, just if you feel like life hasn't pleased you, or like, you know, things haven't been going your way, it's a great time, new era. Take it from me. You know, we talked about this. You know, my sun signs in Cancer, and we're ruled by the moon, and life is nothing but cycles. So if we've been feeling stuck in a cycle, it's been the same old, then beautiful. Let's start something new, because you see the problems right there. You know, it's all right in front of you. So what do you want to do, magician? Let's manifest some stuff, King of Cups. All right. And I tell you, in Capricorn, you know, we talked about this too. You know, I'm not coming at you. It's just Mars is in Cancer, and I know that may seem like a facile argument, but I'm rolling with it because it has been. It's actually, you pay attention to these energies; they lead you somewhere, and you can use that as to your advantage, Capricorn. Set some intentions with these eclipse energies. That's what this is all about. But let's get another tarot, or excuse me, another oracle on this. Because even thinking about with that Four of Wands, you know, these girls here, it's like you can either sit here and just being all like whatever, or we can just get out here and make our own happiness. They're like, you know what, F it. Let's build a tent. Let's get some tambourines, and let's celebrate this grand journey that we're on. Because that's exactly what this is, Capricorn. A grand journey. One of ascensions and King of Cups. I know we're doing a lot. Hold on. All right, Cap, let's see what we got here. All right, you got the 9th card of Geminis here, which I don't know. Well, let's talk about it first, which is the worry beads. And this is a card of worry, fear, anxiety, irritated, calming, soothing, bored, passing time, upset, unease, needs care, fretful, ritual, repetitive motion, de-escalate, and nervous tick. And listen, Capricorn, if we're feeling worried about anything, any of those few, you know, fear, anxiety, irritated, you know, one, let's be mindful of if you're telling yourself that, like, if you're taking on these energies, I'm worried, I'm fear. Look at you, so scary. No, I'm kidding. I'm afraid, I'm anxiety. No, Capricorn, you're not any of those things. You're feeling this stuff right now. You know, those are what you're experiencing. And if you're experiencing those things, let those be, take a note from us. You know, we learn a lot from you, Capricorn. You know, we can learn a lot from our opposite signs. And if you've been kind of caught up in these emotions, you've been feeling a lot of that stuff. One, they don't define you. And two, let them be indicators about where you want to change in life, so that we can work towards this Phoenix here, so that we can get these goals. And you know what, too, because here's the thing, you know, just even thinking with like the bored, because this chick, she looks bored with life. And if we have been feeling like life has been just sort of dull or whatever, that's Capricorn. We have to do some things to like challenge the mind, you know, go learn some new things, you know, maybe refine some skills, or maybe learn some new skills. But life doesn't just, you know, just adds, you know, life, we got to do stuff with the energies. Life is like, it's not just going to just throw excitement in our faces. You know, we got to go out there and seize these opportunities. But I also feel like, you know, while we're going through all of these changes, and, you know, in feeling this stuff, doing some calming and some soothing things, getting that in the routine, instead of being in this place of fear, worry, anxiety, irritation, any of those things, let's try to get into a place more calming things. You know, let's maybe sit out in nature or feel, maybe sit by the water, maybe go out in the desert, play some music, something, sit by I don't know where he's sitting by a lake, some mystical lake here. Go to your mystical place, Capricorn, and do some things that just can de-escalate, you know, some of these more kind of low vibrations and, you know, kind of nervous energies, and let's try to transmute that into positivity. And you know what I say about that. It's not like I'm saying we have to, it's not like it's like positivity might cure this situation, but what it does, and I mean, in a sense, it really does, because what's happening is when we're operating from a more positive state of mind, then that helps us to find the answers for making life more exciting, for adding more zest, for embracing this transformation. Because if we just operate from that low vibration, then we miss out on, we don't see all of the different options. We're just seeing it from this narrow lens. So let's get some tarot on this. Absolutely, Three of Swords in reverse. It's time to do some healing there, Capricorn, especially if you've been worried about this stuff. If we've been operating from a nervous place, fear, any of those things. Three of Swords. This can be a very melancholy, kind of depressing, very just kind of like in our like in our heads, you know, then just like in a state where it's like it's in a place in our heads where we just like it's tough. Three of Swords can be really kind of low energy, but Three of Swords doesn't happen to us just to keep us down. It's like any of these energies, these cards for like are like tougher energies. They're meant to help us do this. They're meant to help us become this, Capricorn, because if there was none of this, then this wouldn't happen. There'd be nothing to do. There'd be no adversities. There'd be nothing, no challenges. And if there's no challenges, then yeah, we're just going to kind of sit around here and just sort of go with the motions. I mean, sure, we could be creating something, Capricorn, but you know what I mean. Let's see what else we got here. All right, Five of Swords. Yeah, like, so... And here's the thing too, when we're thinking about these changes and fears and things that we're worried that maybe we're feeling behind, or that maybe everyone else seems to be having such a wonderful time and it just like, you know, life seems to be kind of, no, Capricorn, that's not the case. And that's we got to be careful with that. You know, that's something where we start comparing our journey to others, because how I view transformation is different how you view it, to different how Paul views it to how Sally views it. But it's all leading towards that growth. That's the way. It doesn't matter what other people are doing. If anything, if you're curious about what these people are doing, then ask them. You know, especially if these are people that are close to you or people that you can talk with, make that connection. You know, just don't sit there and just like sit there in admiration and or even envy, you know, or anything along those lines. You know, we're raising that vibration, Capricorn. And the Lovers, you got the Lovers here in reverse. And with the Lovers, this is a card of one, this is like higher self, like trying to get your attention, especially when it's in reverse. Because when he's upright, it's just kind of like higher self, just sort of like, I like take it as higher self, like winking at you, just like, hey, buddy. But this is just like, hey, buddy, what's going down here? How's this? We're going through something big, and let's connect with yourself. Let's listen to those internal guidance systems and see where this journey's trying to guide, or where this healing is trying to lead you, where these lessons, this ascension is going. Because like I was saying, just something ends, there's a brand new beginning. And you know what? The Lovers is also a card of a choice, Capricorn. You know, you can either choose to stay in this place of apathy and worry, fear, anxiety, because those are there. And listen, it's not like I'm saying that you want to be in this, but it's, if we want to change, then we have to actively work on that. I mean, and that's, I mean, whom better to do it, Capricorn? I mean, your sign is one of perseverance. I mean, if anyone knows how to really push and, you know, really, you know, get results and get things done, it's you, Capricorn. So make this make you a thing. You know, make your self-care, your investment, your emotional health, physical health, spiritual health, make that a priority, you know, always. And that's going to help line up everything else in life. You know, it can see, and I'm not trying to diminish your problem, you know, whatever your nature of your problem is or anything along those lines, but we just don't want to keep saying like, well, it's different, you know, like I got this and this and this and that, and it's like, understood. We've all felt some sort of Three of Swords, and we've all gotten through it, Capricorn. That's a thing to remember as well. You've transformed many a times. The Phoenix doesn't just do this once. The Phoenix is going to do this through multiple lifetimes. It's an eternal soul. It's going to do these transformations all the time. And it's just remembering that too, Capricorn, especially when you find yourself in a rut and it seems like things aren't going your way. You've gotten out of this before, and you can manifest another way out of this thing again, Magician. So just trust that. And even just thinking too, you know, I feel very strongly about that as well, because you got Mercury here. The Lovers is Gemini's card. So I mean, they come on now. In Gemini energy, duality. King of Cups is Pisces, duality. Seeing these situations from multiple perspectives is going to help you in the long run. And see what else we got. Okay. All right, last little bit on this pocket here. Love it. Right, because, okay, here's, okay. We got Ace of Wands, and then we got Knight of Cups in reverse, but then we got the Nine of Cups upright. And you know what? I feel like if we've been feeling that things haven't been going your way, if we've just been kind of feeling maybe low energy, or just like the energies haven't been going in your direction with this Ace of Wands popping up in reverse here, it's just, what are we doing with that energy? What energy are we, what energies are we steeped in right now? Because the Nine of Cups, think of the Nine of Cups as like you being a magnet. If you are steeped in happiness, happiness is going to come towards you. And it's not to say that Three of Swords isn't going to happen, but when you're steeped in this energy, when you're used to operating from that positive mindset, then it makes these adversities and anything that will come up, because they're going to keep coming up in the future, Capricorn. You're the Devil card, and you're a constant reminder that these fears, anxieties, when we get over them, that first step, they may just take a new form here, you know. But that's just to push us. It's not meant to get you in a place where you feel like life is attacking you, or you know what I mean. Knight of Cups, if it's going to lead towards healing, if it's going to get to his heart's desire, if it's going to alleviate any of these lower vibrations that he's feeling, bet he's going to steep himself in Nine of Cups, channel into that Ace of Wands, and then use that energy to go to attract. And when we're talking about doing, like, let's say, for example, like just doing calming things for yourself, you know, maybe listening to calming music. What have you been listening to as of late? Is it music, or even like the stuff we've been watching, or anything along those lines? Has it been really chaotic? You know, has it been feeding you these fears? You know, what are the conversations, you know, if we're at work or anything, you know, what conversations are going down? Because these energies that you might be feeling, it just might be even stuff too that you've even picked up from around, you know, the just being out and about, Capricorn. So just a whole lot to think about with this energy here. But don't let this get you in a place where you feel stuck, or that you can't get out of this, or that you know that you don't have the energy to rise up. Because the fact that the Ace of Wands is here, you absolutely do have it. It's just like, how do we want to get out of this thing? You know, what does that look like? And then really making that connection. And then when it all makes sense, man, you're just going to be off to the races. All right, let's get some more tea, and then let's get this last card here. All right, Capricorn. Let's see what your last little nugget is here. Man. All right, Capricorn. So you got the fourth card of Taurus here, which is the birdcage card. And this is a card of possessive, codependent, cling, restless, oblivious, want freedom, single way, controlled, without consent, dominion, watched, hostage, confined, jealous, trapped, and predator. And with this card, you know, however this situation may be translating for you, if there's something that's preventing you getting onto this next level, you know, for you moving on to a better version of yourself, really embodying your energy, whether this, again, be a relationship, a job, a state of, even it's like a state of mind, or a vice, or anything that's got you trapped or hindered. I really feel like that this energy is saying, like, Capricorn, let's get eyes on that, you know. And I don't feel like it has to be like, even just thinking with this, you know, I'm not saying that it doesn't have to be anything like even super massive. If you've just been if you've been feeling like you haven't had enough time to get out in nature, making more time for that. If you've been feeling restricted and you wanted to learn more, make more time to do some reading, or do some study some courses, or whatever. But you know, I'm not saying like this has to be like some kind of like real, like, you know, life, you know, these can be little changes, you know, and when we do these little changes to free ourselves from these whatever restrictions that we have, it could be health restrictions, it could be spiritual restrictions, mental restrictions, whatever, then we can get out of that cage. Then look at this. Look at all these birds. You've gone from, oh, look at my crystals. They're even excited. Hold up. You went from being trapped in this cage to be, look at you. Now look at that. Look at that. And it's just, we got to ask ourselves, what is keeping us, you know, what is, if we've been feeling smaller than we know that we can be, you know. I hope that makes sense, Capricorn. Let's get some tarot on this. All right, let's see what we got here, because I already see you. It's time to come into that strength, Capricorn. You got the strength card here. We got the Ace of Swords, and then we got the Five of Wands. So listen, Five of Wands, if there's anything that is providing conflict in your world, you know, this is a card of like trying to brainstorm, really kind of assuaging that conflict, you know, whatever this dissonance is that might be going on in our realm, you know, getting into this place where we're feeling in our energy, where we're feeling confident, where we're feeling mighty, and we're feeling like we can tackle anything that comes our way. But it's really getting really an understanding, you know, an inner knowing of who you really are and what it is that you're capable of, and just seeing what areas of your life are keeping you from fully realizing this thing, if there's something that's getting away in the strength card. But yeah, don't let you or anyone else get in the way of this thing, you know, that try to tell you that you can't do anything, or that's silly, or whatever that, you know, this may come out to, you know, or that you feel stuck or anything. You know, this is a matter of the mind, Capricorn. You know, Aces, because look at that. We're getting some clarity. Once we get some understanding, now look, then your aces are going to be going here. What a hot pair of aces to go. Now that once you get that understanding of how we can get to this ascension, oh, come on. Let's get some more. Alrighty. Last little bit here, Capricorn. I'm with it. You got the Five of Pentacles in reverse here. You know what? Where's this? Oh, come on, mouse. Where we at? There we go. And with the Five of Pentacles, Capricorn, if you've been feeling just kind of down in the dumps, like everything's maybe been taken from you, the Five of Pentacles can be a tough card. This can be a card of like poverty, a part of like feeling like kind of out in the cold, just really just kind of down in the dumps. Capricorn, you can either stay in this situation here, you know, or we can think about how we can get through this door. And listen, I'm not saying like you have to rush this thing, or that your situation wasn't like anything, you know, that it wasn't a tough situation. But we want to take that tough situation to toughen you up, to make you stronger. That's why, you know, you're ruled by Saturn. And Saturn, you know, and it might not feel fair, and we all have that restriction from Saturn, but just being your ruler in particular, it may feel that, you know, things seem extra tough compared to others. But that's just because, like I like to tell you, I feel like it's like, one, because Saturn knows your potential, knows what you can handle, and is trying to mold this incredible being that you are, Capricorn. Really wants you to understand the strength that you can bring. These situations they may seem insurmountable at the time, but when you do get past them, you'll be looking back and it's just like, man, was I tripping over that? And then in Capricorn, when you do get through these situations, because you will, really take a moment and applaud yourself. Be in that win. Celebrate that, because that is a major accomplishment. Bask in that. That's how you Nine of Cups, baby. All day. Be in that. Enjoy that win so that when it comes around again, you're ready for it. because they do. They're gonna keep coming. I mean, you got 5 of Swords. You got almost all the 5s here. And then in one of this other decks, Cancer actually just got a similar storm. It was like, but they all look like storms. But these storms, like anything else, will pass, Capricorn. So, all right, I'm gonna leave that there. But yeah, Capricorn, this is a great time for thinking about your ascension, and really, give it a thumbs up. Let's help spread this message around. And if you know someone who might be struggling with something, kind of down in the dumps, share this thing. Let's help Capricorns raise that vibration and really come into your energy, because you all are meant to do just phenomenal things in life. I mean, you are the cardinal signs of the earth signs. What you can accomplish. You're like the builders. I mean, it's... And then when you're done, you manifestors, come subscribe, have all of them. Subscribe, hit that bell button, you get notified when I release videos each week. And you know what? I've been on this meditation app for years, Insight Timer. If we've been feeling kind of down, trapped, any kind of caught in our heads, it's a fantastic app. It's a free app, but I created a group on there called Zodiacs Raising the Vibration. It's a place for positive affirmations to lift us up out of stuff like this. When we get caught in our heads, because it happens to all of us at some point in time. But we just get easier. The more we have these little tools in our tool belt, then we can get out of this stuff faster. But yeah, that's the group that I made on there. I think that's all I had. Oh, and then as the group grows, I was like, there's something else. As the group grows, I want to start doing, meditation groups. More ideas are coming up here, Capricorn. But all that's in the description box below. And then last thing, if you have any Cancer in your placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, wherever, Mercury, come on over to my other channel, The Chariot and Friends. I do videos Monday through Friday there. We discuss lunar shenanigans. It's a good old time. And all that housekeeping down in the description box below. But let me get you a surprise card here, Cap, so I can get you out of here. You got the 2 of Swords, and I like that, because with the 2 of Swords, let me get you a surprise card while I'm talking about this. 2 of Swords. This is about talk about lover's energy as far as like making a decision. We got to make a decision, as far as like how we want this transformation to go. Do we want to stay in this place of fear, or do we want to start doing some do we want to start doing some healing? And I know you want to start doing the healing, Capricorn. And look at that, Capricorn, you're getting 2 oracle cards. Aren't you so special? But I know that you don't want to stay in this energy, and I know that it may seem kind of hard, like it's like, because I know you're trying to get out of it, but if the method that we've been doing hasn't been working, I really feel like that this is like, we got to listen to our intuition and just like maybe try a different approach. But let me see what your oracle cards are. Absolutely. Okay. Because you got the Equinox card and you got the Smell card in reverse here. And just thinking with this Equinox, we're getting ready to come. Oh no, that's the Equinox just passed. But use this time, Capricorn. It may take an equinox for this healing to go down. Just thinking with these eclipses, this happened during the summer or during the spring equinox, By the time of the fall comes around, track your growth, see where you're at, and applaud yourself, and then like take this time, really take this time to just see how these scales are here, because this will be the next equinox happens in Libra. So take this time to think about how we can get in balance. And I feel like with this Smell card kind of popping up here, just be mindful of just like, because earth signs, I feel like that, especially with this being in Taurus season right now, just being mindful of just like any sort of like overwhelming kind of like anything that's overstimulating your senses, any kind of strong smells or loud noises, anything along those lines. But, and I just also feel with this card, when we're talking about intuition and instincts and things, just really just kind of being present whenever these situations are going down, when we're feeling these things. And yeah, I feel like you're gonna get through this, Capricorn. It might take a little bit, but don't let that deter you, because that's all part of the journey. It's all about growth, and it's exciting, it's fun, and we can totally make it that. So, all right, I think I'm gonna leave that there. So, you stay safe out there, Capricorn. I mean it. That was aggressive. I'm kidding. But not really. Stay safe out there, Capricorn. And just raise your vibration through the roof. Do some kind things for yourself. You know what? If we've been steeping in some energies for a while, like maybe in like our own personal space, maybe getting some incense, you know, maybe something to just like more pleasant things to just kind of, you know, soothing, calming things, you know, to kind of soothe these worry beads. Don't worry, Capricorn. Get pumped. And I will catch you on the next one. Later.